Hi guys, I am Cherry Ann Valdivieso and I am here to demonstrate on how to get or compute the final completed grade of the students in a whole semester. And I want to share my learnings about on this activity. So let's begin. In getting the final computed grade of the students, we need to consider the three bases um, learning assessment, which is the written output, which is 25%, performance task, which is 50%, and final exam, which is 25%. So let's start for getting the equivalent in quizzes. In getting the equivalent of quizzes, we need to click the equal sign, then click the 95 points, divide it into 95, multiply it into 50 plus 50. Then click the enter. So we see the 100. Then when you see the equal or the plus sign, you need to drag your mouse down like this. Then you will see the final or the equivalent of their quizzes. But this is not a final. You need to reduce it into whole number. So click this decrease decimal. Click this into two process. Or click this for 2. And that's the result of their quizzes. So for the same process for prelim test, click the press sign and then click this 40 points, divide it into 40, which is the final score. Multiply it to 50 plus 50. Enter. Then drag your mouse down. That's it. You don't need to reduce decimal because it is whole number. And for set work, also the same process. You need only to consider their total score. So in set work, you need to press equal sign, then click that 25 points divided into 25 times 50 plus 50. Click enter. True? Ba't nag-true? So again, press equal sign, 25 divided into 25 multiply 50 plus 50. Enter. That's it. Then you see the plus sign. Drag your mouse down like this, and you will see the equivalent for SeatWorks. And for assignments, you need to look for the total score, which is 20 points. So, click the equal sign and then 20 points divided into 20, which is the total score. Multiply it into 50 plus 50. Then enter and drag your mouse down. So there are you see a decimal, so you need to decrease decimal first. Decrease it into 1. Press. So for getting the average for written output, you need to first add the 4 learning assessment, which is the assignment, the set work, the prelim test, and the quizzes, so that you can get the final average for the written output. So first, you need to click equal sign. Then click the equivalent for assignment plus equivalent for SeatWorks plus equivalent for prelim test plus equivalent for quizzes. After that, you need to put your mouse there here and put the close and open parentheses and divide it into 4 because you need to add this 4 assessment learning to get the total average. So click it, enter 100. Then you see the plus sign, drag your mouse down so that you can see the result or the total average of the written output, and reduce it to decimal. It's like this, and put it in the middle. It's this. Okay. So for the percentage, it's easy. Click the equal sign and then click the average of written output and multiply it into 0.25, which is equivalent for 25%. Click the enter, and then if you see the plus sign, you need to drag your down and that's it. That's the percentage for the written output. And then we will proceed for the performance task. performance task. So we will start for the group work. Click the equal sign and look for the total points, which is 30 points. Then divide it into 30, which is the total score, and multiply it into 50 plus 50. Click the enter, and then if you see the plus sign, you need to drag the mouse down, and that's it. That's the equivalent for the group work. And then for the laboratory activities, click the equal sign, look for the 45 points, divide it into 45, which is the total score, multiply it into 50 plus 50. Then enter, and if you see the plus sign, you need to drag it. So that's it. And in the performance test, we have two types of assessment, which is the group works and the lab activities only. So there are two. Let's proceed for the average. So in getting the average, we will add the two assessment of performance tasks, which is group work and lab activities. So click the equal sign and then press the equivalent for laboratory activities plus the equivalent of group work, and then put the close and open parentheses and divide it into 2. And then click the enter, and if you see the plus sign, you need to drag your mouse down, and that's it. That's the average for the performance task. Also, in getting the percentage of performance task, you need to look for the number of percentage. So in written output, we have 25%, and in performance task, we have 50%. So click the equal sign, and then press the average of performance task and look for the number of percentage, which is 50. So it means multiply it into 0.50, which is equivalent for 50%. And click the enter. And if you see the plus sign, you need to drag your mouse down. And this is the percentage result for the performance test. So after that, we will proceed to final exam, which is 25%. We need to solve only the equivalent for the row score. So click the equal sign, then click the 75 points, divide it into 75, which is the total score, multiply to 50 plus 50, enter, and then if you see the plus signs, you drag it drag your mouse down so that you can see the result. This is the equivalent for the row score. And getting the percentage, we will do the same like what I have done in the written output. So click the equal signs and then click the equivalent and then multiply it into 0.25, which is equivalent for 25%, and then enter. And then drag your mouse down, and that is the percentage for the final exam. And for computing the computed grades, we need to add all the following percentage. So click the equal sign and then click the 25, which is equivalent for 25%, plus 50 plus 25, and then enter. And then if you see the plus sign, you drag your mouse down, and that's it. In computed grades, it is need to be a decimal and not a whole number. So don't reduce the computed grades. And for the final computed grades, we need to compute the average, all of the average and the computed grades. So click the equal signs, then press the computed grades plus the average of the performance test plus the average of the written outputs, and then put the close and open parentheses divided into 3, and click the enter. And if you see the plus signs, you need to drag the mouse down so that you will see the final computed grades. And that's it. This is the final. After this, you can conclude or you can encode the remarks if it is the student is pass or failed. So this is pass, 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 pass. Do this. It's like, and this is the remarks. So this is how I learn. If you have learned the same too.